Aladdin. This is the remake of the 1992 original animated film. This time it's being directed by Guy Ritchie, and if you've seen the original Aladdin, then you know the story of this film. A street rat named Aladdin is, called upon to get this lamp from the Cave of Wonders, and in doing so, he lets loose the genie who grants him 3 wishes. All the while, he wants to woo Princess Jasmine because he has a little crush on her. Now, this film has been getting a lot of backlash from fans. Like, when the trailers were being released, everyone was just hating the idea of this film. It's like, why are they remaking Aladdin? No way. And everyone was complaining about Blue Will Smith Genie, and everyone was questioning, why would you get Will Smith to play the genie? I, however, have been really excited for this film, because it's, a remake of a film I already loved, so hey, if this is pretty similar to the original Aladdin, that means the story's gonna be good. And I was also really excited for the casting of Will Smith as the genie, because if they were going to do another version of the genie, then don't have someone who's going to copy off of Robin Williams. You can't do that. That would be the biggest mistake possible. And as I said in my review of the original Aladdin, they tried to recast Robin Williams in The Return of Jafar and the Aladdin TV series with Dan Castellaneta, the voice of Homer Simpson. Yeah, that failed miserably, because he was doing a Robin Williams impression when really the role was made specifically for Robin Williams. So when I heard that they were casting Will Smith as the genie, that told me that they were not going to try to copy off of Robin Williams. What they were going to try to do is bring somebody who has the energy and charisma of Robin Williams, but they're not going to rip off of Robin Williams. And I can easily say that Will Smith is the best part of this movie. He is so good as the genie. Hell, I think if there was ever going to be a new version of the genie, I think Will Smith is the best guy you could have gotten. Which is kind of funny because the way they pitched the genie in this film was that he was going to be like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets Hitch. And I can easily see that. However, one thing I was kind of concerned about was Mina Massoud as Aladdin. I've never seen this guy act in my life, so I'm like, I don't know what he's capable of doing. He actually does a pretty good job in this film. He's a really good singer, he's a really good dancer, and he's a pretty good actor. If he works at it, he can get even better in the future, but for what he had to do in this film, he was really good. Naomi Scott as Jasmine, I thought was just brilliant. She was so good in this version. And this is actually one of the few changes they made from the original. In the original version, she was sort of like, oh, I don't want to marry a prince, because I have to. I want to marry a prince out of love. And even contemplated not being a princess. Which, that version was good, but this version of Jasmine actually does have some strong points. Like, she wants to one day become Sultan. Like, she wants to actually rule over Agrabah so that she can protect her people. And honestly, that's actually a really cool update. And we also get a couple of new characters in this film. One of them is Nasim Pedrad as, Jasmine's assistant or whatever. It's probably not her assistant. I mean, I don't know what the term was, I forget. But she was really funny in this movie. Like, she had a lot of, comedy bits, especially with Will Smith. Like, she was really funny. But oh my god, I forget the guy's name, but it's this white guy who plays this one prince. I think he's German. He was fucking hilarious. He's not on screen a whole lot, like he only has really one major scene, but my god, me and my friend were watching this movie, and we were just laughing our asses off with this guy, because like, he's so funny. Oh yeah, and I gotta say this, if you were worried that the original animated film being translated to live action would cause the song and dance sequences to feel very mundane and boring, trust me, that is not the case. Because all these song and dance sequences are so well choreographed. Hell, you can tell right when you see the song One Jump Ahead. Because, like, Aladdin's doing all this parkour shit, trying to get away from those goons. And it's a spectacle to watch. Hell, I don't know if I've seen this kind of stunt work done in a musical before. And if you were worried about Prince Ali looking boring, granted, I thought it looked really cool from the clip we got, but it gets really, really cool as it progresses. And I was right, because I told everyone, look, this is only like maybe somewhere around the beginning of the song. It's going to get bigger. This song gets bigger. Prince Ali gets much bigger as the song progresses. So you don't have to worry about that. And don't even get me started on Never Had a Friend Like Me. This sequence was so cool. Like, I wasn't sure how you'd be able to do this considering, you know, how weird and out there the original was, considering it's animated. But the visual effects they bring, even if they're not completely photorealistic, are so creative in design to where you just buy into it. It's like, yeah, this looks awesome. Another concern that many people had was Jafar, because, you know, his voice was much higher than the original versions, which was like really deep and villainous, and he didn't have the kind of, what's the term I'm looking for, the silhouette of the original Jafar. Like, he doesn't look all evil. Here's my takeaway from this. Yeah, he's not physically threatening. Yeah, he doesn't sound threatening, but he uses that to his advantage. I'm not going to go into what he says about his backstory, but what we learn about him is like, oh, wow, yeah, I can see why this version of Jafar would get to where he is now. Because in the original, he's so obviously a bad guy. Now, granted, it was never, you know, a plot twist that he was a bad guy, because, like, it was made very clear that he was a villain. But let's face it, if something were to go really wrong, one of the people that everyone would point their fingers to would be that Jafar. Because it's like, yeah, no shit, he's obviously a bad guy. This version of Jafar would more or less blend in with the crowd, so that when he does strike, he strikes hard and you never see it coming. And I feel like they did a really good job with Jafar in this film. It was a neat little update, and I kind of like what they were going for. Plus, it goes with the whole motif of Aladdin, which is things aren't always what they seem. And that's really the case with Jafar here. He doesn't look menacing, he doesn't sound menacing, but when he strikes, he strikes. Another element I thought was improved over the original film was that there was more of a sense of culture in this film. Like, they used more Middle Eastern music styles and whatnot, and it really works. It gives the city of Agrabah more life. It makes it feel more real. I will say, if there were any criticisms I had over the movie, there's this one song called Speechless that Jasmine sings in this movie. It's a new song. And if I'm going to be honest, it's not all that memorable. The message behind the song is really good. I'm a full supporter of that message behind the song. But as a song, as a tune, it didn't really click. It wasn't really all that memorable. Like, walking out of the movie, I was more or less remembering, you know, Never Had a Friend Like Me, or Prince Ali, Fabulous He, Ali Ababa, or One Jump Ahead of that. Like, yeah. Even with Beauty and the Beast, the new one that came out a couple of years ago, one of the songs I did remember the most from that film was the new song Evermore. Like, that song was not in the original Beauty and the Beast, but they made Evermore so memorable. Speechless in this version of Aladdin isn't really that memorable. Again, the message behind the song is really good, and I fully support it. I have no qualms with the message behind the song. I'm just saying, as a song, it wasn't that memorable. And look, was this film pointless to make? Like, did it need to happen? No. Yeah, you could say it's pointless. But I will say this. Just because the movie is, you know, kind of pointless, that doesn't mean there's no value in its existence. I'm really glad I saw this movie. I thought it was great. Aside from that one song that's not really all that memorable, Speechless, this is a very entertaining retelling of Aladdin. Is it familiar? Yeah. But at the same time, I love the original Aladdin, so if they're going to try to do that again, okay, fine. If you don't feel like it's broken, then don't fix it. So yeah, I definitely recommend you see Aladdin. I really, really enjoyed this film. So yeah, have you seen Aladdin? Are you going to go see Aladdin? I hope you go see Aladdin. It's great. I love it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like. Share the videos so that we can get the channel circulated. Don't forget to support my Patreon on my Patreon page, or if you can't do that, then consider supporting me through my PayPal donation button in the description below. And if you want to see more, click this.